I've tried to do this video now about 5 times, and every time I've sat down to do it, it didn't turn out the way that I wanted, and so I wasn't going to do it, and then JT did the blog post on Friendsmas, and I kind of decided, alright, well, I guess I have to do this now. So I want to tell you the story of how Friendsmas was born, and what it means to me now. The origins of Friendsmas are actually kind of depressing, so a forewarning before I even start in on this. So before I tell this horribly, horribly depressing story, I feel like I should preface it with kind of a background of where I fell on the holiday season, Christmas timeline thing. So I grew up with my mother absolutely hating the entire season of Christmas, and my stepdad absolutely loving it. Like, probably if we gave him free reign, he would set up the Christmas tree in September at some point in time. So I grew up with these two conflicting views of the season, and I really, really, really wanted to keep that childlike Christmas spirit alive. And I tried really hard to do so, but as I'm sure a lot of you know, it takes a lot of work, and it's very, there's a lot of, like, pressure on you to be happy and be joyous in the season. And so I just kept trying to do this, though. I didn't want to give up on it, you know? Then, 4 years ago, my family kind of had one big falling out with each other. There was a lot that went into it, and it's a very complicated thing, but rest assured it was horrible at the time, and a lot of people weren't talking with each other. Don't worry, though. Everything's fine now. Everything is, you know, it's fixed as much as it can be. So here I am trying to keep the Christmas spirit alive and trying to, like, really enjoy the season and, you know, get through the crowds and with a happy look on my face and like, oh, no, I really love this. I love it. All of it. So here comes Christmas Day, 2007. I went over to my aunt's house, like I did every year, and my mother and I weren't speaking at the time, so I decided to go into the basement with my cousins. A lot of things were said by a lot of different people, but suffice it to say that essentially I was kicked out of my family Christmas for not ignoring the problems that were going on. Specifically, one of my cousins told me to get over it, it's Christmas. Basically to just ignore everything that was going on. And then I was asked to leave. So that kind of puts a damper on anybody's holiday. I left, I was devastated, and I didn't really know what to do, but I decided that that was the end of Christmas for me. I wasn't going to go back there on Christmas anymore if I was not welcome. And I should also say here, though, that this is a luxury that I actually do have, because I see my family, my extended family, almost every Sunday for a big family dinner. So this is a very convenient luxury for me to basically say, fuck you on Christmas Day, because I can do that. It's not like they live thousands of miles away. So that's what I did. The next year after that, I spent an incredibly bitter Christmas with my boyfriend at the time in Canada, and I had a wonderful time, but it reminded me of what happened the year before, and I was just depressed, and it made it kind of suck. The year after that, I had moved in with Will at this point. Will's my current fiance, and his family celebrates Christmas earlier in December, so we were talking about what we wanted to do on Christmas Day. And I had already told him at this point that I didn't plan on going over to my family's, that, you know, we could just figure out something to do. So I started talking to more of my friends at work, and there was a few people who actually didn't have anything to do on Christmas Day, and yet were off work. So Will and I just decided to start inviting people over on Christmas Day. I mean, people almost automatically already have off work for that day, if not the next day. And if they do have family stuff, it usually ends pretty early in the afternoon, so we just decided, fuck it, let's just have people over, we'll drink, we'll talk, we'll play video games, get to know each other, it'll be a cool party for whoever shows up. And that is how Friendsmas was born. We've been doing Friendsmas for 3 years now, and I'm really surprised every year it keeps getting bigger. Like, people actually plan to come to our Friendsmas parties. And this year is the first year that we've kind of made a theme of things, if you can call it a theme. I don't think it really is, but we've decided we're asking people to bring crockpot stuff. So this year we're going to have a bunch of crockpots set up and really, really, really good food served because we just happen to be friends with some amazing, like, almost chefs. And this is really the first year that I've consciously realized that I look forward to Christmas Day. I can't fucking wait for it. In fact, it's Christmas Eve right now. Like, I can't wait for tomorrow. Starting at 10 o'clock in the morning, we're gonna unlock our doors, and whoever shows up, and we're gonna eat really good food and play video games. We're gonna get Dance Central. We're going to get drunk. I'm planning on being wasted by early afternoon. This is like the one day a year that I can honestly say I get fucked by the end of the day. And just have like a generally badass time with each other. Like, just awesome friends. And let me tell you, like, ever since we started doing Friendsmas, it has changed everything that I think about this season. I used to be bitter and angry and just shitty with everybody, and now, oh god, I love it. I don't listen to Christmas music or, dress in a silly Santa outfit, but I certainly love this season. I really want you to enjoy the season too, and if Christmas is something that you can't fucking stand every year, and you can't wait for it to go away, why don't you change your tradition? I think a lot of us just do things out of tradition, and it doesn't really make much sense. We don't really enjoy it, when it comes down to it. So when I told JT that we do this, I had said it in kind of a casual way, like, oh yeah, we do this thing Friendsmas every year. I didn't even consider that what we were really doing is going back to the pagan roots, so to say, of the solstice celebration, which is getting drunk, eating fantastic food, and being with friends. But he did write a blog about it, and I think it's interesting, so I will link to that in the down bar. I think it's a pretty cool comparison, which I've been doing this for 4 years and I never even thought about it. But I encourage you guys to celebrate Friendsmas on your own. It's a lot of fun. It changed my entire idea and perception of the holiday season, and now I can't fucking wait for it. I can't wait till tomorrow. So that's all I have to say on the origin of Friendsmas. It started off very depressing, and now it's one of the happiest seasons